How does the Rule of Benedict apply to modern life?
Part of me wants to say, well, isn't it obvious? But it may not be. Okay, I guess I would say, I mean, it has a lot to do with how I think about what modern life is. I think of consumerism, individualism, sleepwalking through life, distraction, living in denial. Benedict helps us to free ourselves from illusion, from the illusion of security that we might find by seeking material gain or seeking material things, living according to that consumer culture. Benedict teaches us to seek the common good and to care for others, to live in reality, to see reality. Thomas Merton talks about seeing reality rightly, as opposed to living in denial. Benedict wants us to live free, to be free. And speaking for myself, living a Benedictine life helps me to see where my compulsions are. What am I doing thoughtlessly, out of compulsion, out of a need for affirmation or for a sense of security, but it's not real. It doesn't really it's not really coming from a place of freedom. It's compulsion. So living in freedom is about being able to really see the options and to make choices and to choose the good. The less I live through my own self-will, my own ego, and the more I choose what I have discerned as God's will, then the more I'm free to love others. And that's really what helps me to feel fulfilled in life. It's what's meaningful. I don't know, who wouldn't want that?
I think the Rule of Benedict applies to modern life as it applies to any age through the values that it embodies. The rule in its totality is a very humane and wise way of living together with other people. And then, for instance, it values caring for the sick. So it lifts that right up there high of first priority, caring for the sick. Providing the necessities of life for everyone. That's another value in the rule. Caring for the goods that we have and for all creation with respect and care. I think the rule applies to modern life in that it provides spiritual practices and a way of living a really good, wholesome human life with other people that help us grow into the best version of who we are. The practices help us grow in mindfulness of the holiness of others and things around us. It teaches us how to pray and develop our relationship with God and with other people. I think a really strong way that it applies to modern life is that it provides a way of developing some balance in our life, so that life is not all work, nor is it all prayer, nor is it all leisure, but it's balanced. Life becomes whole, and following the Benedictine way of life brings integration over time to a human being. Another way is that Benedict teaches moderation in all things. That's something we could use in modern life today.
I think the Rule of Benedict can be helpful for us today, for people living outside the monastery, is that it talks about an everyday path to God, which is to live the gospel, to follow the way of Jesus with a balance of time for prayer and work and leisure, to live in relatedness to creation and to people. It's simple, it's direct, and it's profound.